call upon the people, I call upon the armed forces of all nations, and I call on you all to hear me, to hear the words that are worth speaking, the words that are worth hearing, words that are worth reflecting on, researching, and taking to our Father Creator Yah. Call upon the bride, the true bride, which is everyone, to prepare to be awakened. Call you all to true kingdom, to integrity and honour, to wisdom, praying anointing upon and within you all, direct, individual, of truth, the ability to bear the sword of truth, the wisdom to comprehend, and the healing to come out of it all with wisdom in the truth. Because what I have to say is the truth of life. Because we're not an accident. We are creation. Everyone. We don't live on a spinning ball. That's just outrageousness beyond not funny. That set everybody up to fall. So I call all to family, the thing they broke before we were even born. By will, by spirit of intent. To cause everyone to fall. Because the fall's real. So is the salvation. The intervention by the throne of the heavens. Just like now. For all to awaken within and not fall. It's got nothing to do with religion and everything to do with the truth of life that we're all part of right now. The journey of life upon and within the earth plane. The garden of the heavens. It's filled with outrageousness and wicked tendency because of the choices that were made before we were born. And all the choices that have been made since we've been born. But it's time to awaken now. To overcome ego and pride, vanity and fear and greed and arrogance and all the things that cause the fall in the first place. And I will communicate these things so you can grasp the magnitude of what we're born into. It's time to awaken now. I speak direct to each one of you. Because it's time. It's time to awaken. It's time to know. It's time to comprehend. It's time to perceive. It's time to realize. Come out of it all. And not throw it all away. Not be a fool. Because we are all indoctrinated. Everyone. With no games. None to be played. None at all. There's treachery all over the place. It's called the fall. But there's salvation everywhere. because it's within you all. Because we're family. So I call the armed forces, so-called leadership, sold you all out. Because you're indoctrinated, unless you already come out or you're in the process of coming out and awaken from the outrageousness, the circles that everybody's going round in right now. It's beyond not funny. It's beyond words. It's beyond speak. Most of you are unaware, because we're all indoctrinated and propagandized every day, and deceived and betrayed. But this has been going on since before we, who breathe the breath of life now, were born. For we are the final generations. We are also the anointed generations, to be awakened, to comprehend, through wisdom, through the truth of life, through integrity and honor, because we're family, everybody. It's time to learn who and where we are, so you can comprehend how and why both we are, and why we're all in the mess that's going on right now. And it's not a game, nor is it a religion. Truth will put all that to shame and show the circus tent we live in and their game. We're all born into this, and it's time to come out of it all. We all had our truth, our eternity, our reality, our Father Creator, all the fullness of the truth of the earth in which we dwell, all the hope, everything, all our true standing, our true light, the wisdom that comes through truth. Everybody had it stolen on day one because of those that got here before us. So this is day one, where everyone awakens into the truth because it's spoken, and it's anointed to do so, and we're anointed to hear it and receive it and comprehend it, take it to our Father Yah direct, because the blood has made the way. It tore the veil. The veil being torn has made the way for everyone direct to be restored to our Father Yah, without all this outrageousness going on. Not climbing mountains, not travailing, not going round in circles, not submitting to fools, not outrageousness, not being compromised by it. Because we're family. Because we're creation. Because we're kingdom. And we're in the wilderness. We're in captivity. And we're far from our Father Yah and His ways and His heart and the anointing. Everyone. Because we're all family. And I'm not joking. It's truth. Absolute truth. That we're family. That's why they play the games, causing all the wars, causing us to kill each other. And we're family, and we don't even know it. Causing everyone to fall. Instead of empowering your Christ Center and coming out of it all, without even getting up off your chair. Because that's the truth of true kingdom that meets you all right there, right now, with no games. So it's time to increase our head knowledge now, all the way. So sit down and prepare, because everything we've ever been taught from the day we were born It's not reality. It's not even close. It's not even there. It's a reversal or an inversion, or worse, an absolute abomination of the truth of life that we all are. All of us, right now, in real time, before the throne of our Father Yah. Everyone. And everybody's compromised because we're all born into this. And those of you that know of what I speak of, you're all compromised from your eternity because you're born into it as well. That's why the blood's there. It covers the whole earth in its fullness, restoring its true worth for all who choose to empower it and awaken, take your integrity and honor back, and come back to Father Yah, right there where you are. That's why the blood's there. So, it's time for true reality on the true earth. It's outrageousness, the spinning ball. It's just Baal worship. The Satanists, the cowards, the child sacrificers, those who say they don't care, but will, because we are care. We are truth. We are love. We are all these things of power and principles of the kingdom. It's got nothing to do with treachery and treason and outrageousness that we're all born into and broken on day one. Right from the get-go, everybody compromised. That's why wisdom has to prevail, along with forgiveness, because we're family. We don't come from monkeys, and we don't live on a ball. That's Satan's veil covering it all. It's time to cut the cords on the circus tent now, with those who choose to fall. And I'm sorry to say it like that, because of the magnitude of all that's gone on throughout the whole earth, since in the beginning, since the original fall. There's a reason why, right now, everyone is breathing the breath of life, is a remnant, with a choice to make. One that's for always. One that's been hidden from us all our days, thinking we come from monkeys, spinning round on a ball. You don't even have to really look into it at all to see how outrageous and how outrageous it all is. Just CGI, propaganda and treason, a photograph out of a round window at high altitude. And everything else is a betrayal by cowards and sycophants and fools that didn't realise the magnitude of for always, thinking life's a game when it's not. Nor are we slaves, nor cowards, nor sycophants, nor distracted any longer, but nor are we feral, nor do we walk with dishonour in true kingdom, though this is what we're all born into, everybody. In every way, compromised from the very first day, and broken and ground, broken clay. But it's our Father Creator's faithfulness to us all that will never fail, nor will it founder nor fall, nor will the blood that's there for a reason, because we are our Father Creator's children, every one of us. All of us, and we are family. If you're limited to skin colour, with keyhole in clay, you need to wake up, comprehend the greater truth within. It's not about that kind of attire they're calling to the wedding feast. It's about the attire of within, your attitude into life, into the truth, to family, to the blood. Because everything's been stupefied and ficklefied and made absolute stupid. and the magnitude of reality, good and bad, is not funny. There'll be no fickleness found. Not this time round. Nor will the feral prevail, nor the treasonous, and those who don't care about our Father Creator's heart, His pure heart, and His peace unto His feet. His true care, when you realise it's forever changing, and now it's time to realise. You'll never hear these words, this truth, from them. They're too busy being stuck to a snowball and not funniness, thinking it's funny, without comprehending the magnitude of forever. Because everything's misrepresented and missold, starting with the truth of life. That's why we're all going around in circles and stupid, and all the outrageousness is going on right now. Most of you doing those things. No doubt you think you live on a spinning ball, and you know it all. But it's not like that at all. And I'm sorry, but it's more than time to burst the ball. And those that have betrayed and deceived us all our days, that seek to kill everyone, to hide the genocide, and enslave everyone. But those of you that have done these things, that are stuck to all that, call you all to come out of it all, to come to kingdom like everybody else, take your integrity and honour back, your eternity, come back to family, to the truth. Because we're all born into this, but a choice is a choice. Forever's forever. Salvation proper is salvation proper, and it's not a game, not a religion, or the outrageousness that's gone on throughout the ages, in all of that lot, that's now this lot. But we're the anointed generations, whatever end of the stick you're on, to be awakened, to be called, to come out of it all, to prevail, and not go down there to show. They'll be forever sealed. They don't advertise that well, not in a serious manner, when they're causing you all to fall. Different kind of manner. But reality will hit home for everyone, and there's no time. I'm not talking about the treachery of the fallen and the fools that throw away forever, doing what you all do. I pray you all come out through and through to weigh and balance everything, to consider everything. Because you tell us we live on a ball. You're lost in space, no control, no creator, no purpose, no meaning, no reason, no value. You come from monkeys that came from fish, that came from pond scum. At any minute, this, that, the other, anything they can imagine, a disaster base, to have you all freaking out and toing and froing and drowning in water that's not real. Just propaganda and treason and betrayal. But it's more than just enslaving that they've done, that they're born into. They seek to cause everyone to fall, to be lost forever. Because we are forever. We are eternal. And it's not a game. Nor is judgment, nor separation. No, the place has been prepared for those in the heavens that cause the fall. That's for them, and them alone. not for mankind. That's who we are, and nothing else. But we are sons and daughters of our Father Creator, and we don't live on a ball, just hiding all the land, and the reality, and the hope, and the true value, and the meaning, and the purpose. That's why they broke family. Divide and conquer to the full. That's why it's time to remember who we are. To realize for the first time. Because we are sons and daughters of our Father, Yah. His name's written on your face. It's a bit of a clue to the real you. And it applies to us all. It's not about the colour of your skin, nor the clothing. It's about what's going on within. And that there's a problem for everyone, within everything. That's why everything is the way it is, and why everyone is the way they are. Spirit of intent. With no one in mind, not even themselves. Because you can steal all the gold and build mountains out of the stuff because they're there. But it'll cost you forever. Because true value is not measured in gold, nor is true cost. Because we're family. Not spoils of war, nor fools. It's time for everybody to awaken now. Stop going round in circles with opinions that are not your own. And I know it sucks. I do. Because we all have to break through. We all have to break out of it all. And the first thing you get rid of is your ego and your pride, your arrogance and your fear. Because they're the first things that pop up. It's the first line of defence of your indoctrination that you've claimed as your own. And it's not. It's of the fallen. It's of Rome. Every nation so-called. That's why it's time to zoom out and realise there's a greater truth. That's why they want to cause all these wars. Distracting, distracting, distracting. While they set everyone up to drown. To all armed forces, you've got family. Do you not realise what's going on? Because it's time to care. It's time for wisdom, integrity and honour everywhere. That's true kingdom. And I call you all to come. I'm calling the bride. Stop being so fickle. Stop following fools in religion. Empower your Christ centre. And stand up in water waist deep. And stop drowning. Walk with our Father Yah and never close your prayer. That's religious control and distraction that's got us all here, in the mess we are, everywhere. Learn His ways, empower your Christ centre. Because it's time to choose. Because I'm not talking about religion. It's what puts everybody off. It's not funny. And I know it's hard to bear the sword of truth at first, but it cuts through everything. The circus tent's coming down, whether those in darkness like it or not, because we're family. Because true kingdoms come. We are true kingdom. We're not pond scum. Nor do we come from monkeys, nor fish. It's time to comprehend the true earth. What went on before we got here. which is not what they say. School isn't school, nor college, college, nor university, university. They're indoctrination camps of the satanic. And I'm not joking. Yes, they would. Because yes, they have. Because here we are. But so's now our Father, yeah. So's a force beyond their comprehension, because they're in the dark. So I call on the bride, awaken and come out of it all. Dump your ego and your pride and your fear. Empower the truth within that more than draws near. Stop doubting. Stop being confused in their spin of the plate, which they do every week. It's time to stop being foolish with a coat of many colours, and the truth is astounding, heartbreaking, shocking, epic, in every manner. That's why there's no time to be distracted. Now falling right now, but most of you are, and you can't even sense it, because you're all distracted, and you don't know how far they are. It's more than just some God. It's the creator of the heavens and the earth. And he knows your true value, and he knows your true worth, because we're his children, all of us. And it's not a game. Not if I fell out the fruit blue tree and banged my head on the way down. It's not that kind of terrain. The truth shines a light on it all. When you research what I say, you'll know I'm not lying to you all. That the truth's there, regardless of what the propaganda and the indoctrination that we all went through to tell us we live in a ball, or that our Father Creator's ways are outrageous in any way at all, because they're not, but that's what they teach us. Don't matter what religion it is, it's all run by Rome and the bad builders, but everybody's compromised. Everyone within all these things. Most of them don't even realise. Same whether it's in religion or out of it. Still bad building. Wicked tendency. Just like the mighty men of old, the Titans, the ground that you're now standing on, found out about making everything evil. It's not funny where we all are right now, nor is it a game. Those of you that are messing around in evil and darkness, I pray you all come out of it while you're able, while salvation, while the real blood of real kingdom is right there on your table. All of you, everyone. It's not a game. It's been stupefied beyond not funny. And my family. We've been in the wilderness and in captivity for more than most of you can comprehend. But it's time to come out of the Babylonian way. Come back to our Father Yah and relearn, not by their indoctrination, but by the truth, who we are. Enough's enough. Though we've become a multitude, we're still going round in circles, because we're still in captivity. Whether you can bear that truth or not, if you can't, it's only ego or fear. Because there'll be no more distraction, not this time round, and not in this year, nor forevermore. Because we are forevermore, by design. It's the magnitude of the treachery, the outrageousness that we're born into. and it applies to all mankind. But there's other flocks in these, because we don't live on a ball. It's about the whole earth being restored to our Father Yah, to integrity and honour, to it all. The fullness of the kingdom of the heavens that's just there, above from where you're standing right now. But it's also horizontal to where you're standing right now, because the garden earth is part of the kingdom of the heavens. It once was outrageous in its awesomeness, but it got trashed. And here we are, the final remnant, with a choice to make. To come back to our Father Yah, our true Creator, and stop following Rome, that built Mecca, along with the Masons. It's only been there 100 years plus. You do the research. Same with the spinning ball. Same with everything. All started at the same time, along with the fake world wars. Along with this world war that they're trying to fake and cause carnage and slaughter and outrage. Having everybody going round in circles not knowing which way's up. Well, it's time to stand up and stop drowning in water that's waist deep. True land is beneath your feet. The true heavens are above your head. They've set us all up to be slaughtered, so that everyone ends up dead, including them. Because when you sow in that direction, on that scale, it never goes well in the end. That's why I call all to family, to integrity and honour, to true kingdom, to the truth of life that sits you down and wakes you up proper, to your true purpose. You're not an accident, nor do you live on a ball. Because that's burst now. It's bust from here on in. And I call on all of you to come to kingdom. You don't even have to get up off your chair. It's not a ceremony, nor a ritual, nor a religion. True kingdom. In the right real. Right there, where you are. In your choice. Because when everything's stripped away, everything, with choice, and we will, and with energy, and the earth and the heavens are not what you think, and are far more awesome. And the earth, even though it's trashed, still awesome. From a stupid spinning ball that we've all been indoctrinated and enslaved on, in our minds, in their will. But their will doesn't just go against ours. Even more so when you wake up and you realise the fullness of things. They've set the face against the heavens, and we're in the middle of it all. Those of the heavens that chose to fall. And throw it all away. So now they seek to cause all mankind to throw it all away. To deceive the whole world. It's not deception that's about to begin. It's one that's about to end. Because we're born into the fullness of it. That's why you think you come from monkeys and live on the spinning ball. And it's not like that at all. It's a perception shift time. Burst the ball. Stop it spinning. And wake up. The sun and moon are not far away off in silly space with spacemen. They're just there in the sky as lights. Nothing's as you think. There's a whole lot more. And it's awesome beyond words, even though we're the remnants living in the trashed earth. That's why all things will be restored. And I call you all not to throw away your forever and for always any more than they have from the very first day. That's why we have a choice now. Not as newborn babies, without a clue, going through their mangle, indoctrinated in their goo. Right now, everyone, you get a choice that you wouldn't have got, because they wouldn't have let it. But Their plans don't factor in everything. They don't cover all the true variables that mean everything, starting with the real heavens, our real Father Creator, His faithfulness into creation, and His outrage and His absolute wrath that's pent up for those of you that scoff and laugh, and that are treasonous and cause all to fall without a care. But that lack of care is just a declaration. It's null and void, because we care. It's foundational to the absolute core. That's why we're called mankind. It's not a catchy name. It's who we are. Man and woman. Everything else is captives' treachery, and we'll be captives no more. It's not wishful thinking, nor folly. It's anointing. That's why I call all armed forces, we're family. We're the tribes of Israel. And enough's enough. That's why everything's going round in circles in Babylonian outrageousness. Family who chose to be satanic, betray family, and cause all this outrageousness, causing everyone to fall without a care. It doesn't matter what tribe you're in, it's all the same with the tribes of Israel and the world that was before the flood, the first flood, and all that was then. It's just family in the now, worshipping them and causing everyone to fall, instead of coming back to our Father Yah and coming out of it all. It's a choice that's been hidden, stupefied, and outraged in misrepresentation from the get-go. It's not funny. That's why you all need to realise what the Vatican is. Got nothing to do with Christ, nothing to do with Antichrist. That's the Vatican. So's Mecca. The Vatican and the Masons and the Royals built it. So-called. It's not difficult. Everybody's born into this compromised, and so the snowball goes on. But no more. Because this time, they plan to kill everyone. It's not a response from the heavens. That's why those in darkness need to comprehend. You're in a bunker, hiding, planning, scheming, thinking no one can see. You need to reconsider, re-weigh and balance and re-evaluate everything, starting with your own eternity. It's by the very soul. Just as the titans of old, now the ground and mountains that we climb above. It's a funny old thing, true perspective and strength, perception. To those that are overwhelmed, the bride, if the truth overwhelms you, just trust Father Yah. He knows what He's doing. It's a bit more special than the outrageousness of misrepresentation that He's had thus far. From every angle, from every religion. They're all constructs of Rome. And those who fall, digging up old outrageousness. That's why this is the last fall and the last call, because it's the last time. Our Father Creator is more than able to restore all things, and indeed He will. It'll all be fulfilled in absolute awesomeness. It's not a fable or some stupid wishful thinking. Look around and wake up. We are creation, and we don't spin around. It's the heavens that move, same ones, all the time, faithful, true. With no messing around, no lost in space, not that far at all. They're just there. And they're not what you think. Not at all. It's time to break the great delusion within your mind and come out of it all. Because we're sons and daughters of Yah, we're creation, and we're mankind. And as for the armed forces, I cry out unto you all to empower wisdom, discernment. Realize we're family. Realize the world wars were a sham, just like this one is. Because it's time to realize what's real, what's propaganda, what's fear. Because that's the root cause of everybody going round in circles every day of every year. The spirit of discernment that was broken all the way through, except for those so-called that are doing all this to everyone, causing all the game. But I pray those of you that are doing it, since you are supposed to be the ones who discern the times proper, discern a promise made that overrides you lot, discern the fact that we're only the size of fleas, and I'm not joking, not even the size of ants compared to what once was, because everything was out of kilter, out of sync because of the fall and the outrageousness of it all. And that's why we're the remnant right now, right up to the hour, with no wiggle room or messing around. And I'm not joking, and I'm not talking about what the darkness have done or what they're doing or what they've planned, what they've built. It's outrageousness beyond speak. That's why the heavens are more than moving. It's not a game. When you realize, and you all will, we are creation, and everything is indoctrination, until you awaken and start realizing the true earth, your true Father Yah. You put his name on your face every time you speak, every time you smell, and every time you see, to remind you of true sight, pleasing aroma, and the truth. It's who we are. And I pray you all hear and start to realize and come out the limitation and the sewer in spirit that everybody's in. And those that are saved already are just limited beyond that funniness. And I'm not joking. It's about control. And I know it's really hard. It's proper hard to bear. But it's just about the religion and the leadership and the fallen that's running things everywhere. And everybody's born into it. So is the faithful, the congregation, that get taken advantage of by leadership, that play the games. Because everything's fake. Everything's an act. All TV, all news, it's propaganda, hiding everything that's real and of any value, to enslave you all and deceive you all and betray you all to fall. But no more, because we're family, and it's time to come out of it all. More so those here in the darkness, because the blood is thicker and purer than your fall, and it covers us all, no matter where or who you are in the earth, in its absolute fullness. The blood's there, and so's our Father Yah, because he's with us all, right now, in the truth of life, in your true walk, your true meaning, your true purpose, and your true value. Time to take it back, because it's there, because we're family, because it's time to care without being stupid, opinionated, indoctrinated, or going round in circles, either in confusion, in desperation, or squaffing round without a care. Because what we've been set up to end up at, without coming out of it all, there's just no words. I've spoken of it previously, so I don't keep repeating myself, nor will I wrestle with everyone, because the truth of life differs from your indoctrination. And I know it sucks, but cut it all down and strip it all back. That's where you end up. You're indoctrinated, whether you realise it or not, on purpose, to limit you, to cause you to fall. But you see, with true kingdom, it's not just having knowledge and the wisdom. It's applying these things to a response, not just to an action. Because without wisdom, everyone will fall. Because there's too much treachery, too much treason, too much betrayal that's gone on against everyone, every nation, no matter where you are. It's called the fall. And with the remnants of it all, with a choice to make, will you be kingdom with self-control, with wisdom, with integrity and honour, to be rooted in the real truth of life, and manage yourself and walk with our Father Yah, so He can heal you, direct, and teach you the truth. And this applies to everyone. And to sustain and maintain these things with always in mind, because we're forever, we're eternal, we're creation, and we're not an accident. And enough's enough. Because I've watched and I've observed, and I've reflected, and I've cried out, and I've worshipped, and I've prayed, and I've reflected some more, as I've observed, to see the mess that everybody's in. And it's heartbreaking beyond speak. And most of you aren't aware, because you're in the character of the self, in your indoctrination, in their distraction, or the compromise that comes with being stuck to that lot. But the loss is the same, and it's forever, and it's not a game. Nor is it something to be trifled with or joked around with or undervalued, because we're all valued the same to the kingdom of the heavens, to our Father Yah, and to His reign. They'll never be defeated by creation, nor the fallen, nor darkness, because it's truth, it's family, and it's true light. Darkness can't function in that. That's why they break and destroy and cause everyone to fall. That's why everything is the way it is. And it'd be a whole lot worse were it not for an intervention and a call. Just like now. It's a call to cut short the slaughter. To realise that all leadership positions are just compromised and corrupted, or instituted in the first place as a control mechanism, when it's not about being controlled by cowards and sycophants and outrageousness. It's about self-control in the truth as family. This is who we are. You're not an accident. And it's time to awaken now and realise the fullness of the earth plane, as far as the stars in the sky, the heavens hosts, there's earth below. It's time to stop spinning round in hopelessness and worthlessness, not caring, thinking there's no consequences, when there is. And it's worse than man. It's worse than the fallen. All they combined can bring to bear. It's about our Father Creator. It's about the heavens, the armies of the heavens that are real. And it's not a game. We are creation. And it's time for everybody to choose. That's why I pray and I call on the armed forces, protect the people, bind the leadership positions, and freeze everything. No martial law, that's of treachery. It's not the people that are the problem. They're broken, and will be healed in true kingdom, because they'll come out of it all. And I call you all to bind them, so the people can see and can sit down without calamity, without distress, without dishonour, without treachery, without treason. It's an anointing that's commissioned and called by our Father Yah. And I pray that all of you empower integrity and honour. Look how they treat you, whether they send you into the mix over false pretences and betrayal, or whether they dump you after you've finished. It's all the same heart, they don't care. So don't fight their wars anymore. Come back to kingdom, because we're all family. All divided and conquered tribes. That's our ancestors. But we're all still family, with a choice to make, to carry on what they did, or come out of it all as family by the way that's made, to honour the blood and empower it, though none of us are worthy of it, to honour and empower the call to cut short the slaughter. Because those of you that don't, it's not a fabled threat, it's just the truth of what will be fulfilled. Those who want to carry on squaffing around in treason, selling everyone out, planning everyone's demise without a care, wiping out all that are of goodness, those that are of truth, integrity and honour, compromising you all to get to the goal. Then they'll wipe you lot out, just like they do all throughout the ages. That's how they do it. That's why I call all armed forces. Time not to be distracted, or compromised, or corrupted, or whatever, to overcome your indoctrination and realise who we are proper, realise who our ancestors were, and realise why there's a fall, and why everything's in a sex and death cult, a Babylonian way, those that fall, when we're not that at all. But we're bombarded with it and indoctrinated and betrayed and destroyed by it all. Everybody. Compromised. Corrupted. It's the same crap. There's only one way through it. Family. In the truth. With integrity and honour. With our Father Creator Yah. On the true earth. As part of the true kingdom of the heavens that we all are. And I'm not joking. It's not a game. That's what they've made it all. To make life about money. The to and fro. The distress. The outrageousness of it all. No matter which angle you look at it, it's all the same. An abomination. And we're born into it all. We grieve the Holy Spirit day after day. Because we're indoctrinated into stupid. Or to compromise. It's all the same fall, whichever way you look at it. That's why the blood's there. That's why it covers all. That's why the healing's there, because the brokenness is there and it's in us all. That's how they do it. Divide and conquer. Start off with nations and then you whittle it down. Whittle it down. Whittle it down to individual, like they are now. But you all forgot our Father Creator, what His will wants for our creation, which isn't to fall, not to squaff around bleeding out in stupid wounds that are not real at all, based on unreality that we've all been indoctrinated by. That's why you have to forgive as you go, with wisdom, not as a doormat, not a fool. Because if you don't, it's a lesson that sucks, and you'll sink as you grow, and you'll end up forgiving anyway. It's part of the healing that covers all. Because when you empower that kind of spirit of intent, it changes the whole earth. Proper. And it will, because it is. Because here we are against what they are that brought us all here where we are now. That's why you don't even have to get up off your chair to make a choice. To come back to Father you are. And you'll be protected by your very soul. That no matter what happens, you'll be alright. And it's not stupid. Research, study, reflect on what I say. And you'll see. I'm not here to play games. Nor am I here to wrestle with you all. There's no point. And there's no time. And this is that call. To come out of it all. And don't be part of the outrageousness of it all another day. Fall no further. And re-empower the true way. That's there within us all. It doesn't include being part of the fall. It's time for the people to realize, to overcome the indoctrination, your character of the self, your care actor. This is your choice that's been bombarded into stupid, into compromise or corruption, or distraction, strutting round as peacocks and pigeons, talking the same crap, strutting round everywhere without realizing the magnitude of separation. It's not a joke. Nor is it the darkness you need to fear. If you're messing around in darkness, there's a more profound kind of fear, realization of our true Father, the true heavens, and what's gone on before we got here, and why it's all the ground in which we're standing on right now, why there's water everywhere, why everything's trashed and a wasteland, and why we're the size of ants right now. Because it doesn't matter how big you are, whether you're the size of an ant or whether you're the size of a mountain. It's about your choice. It's about your attitude into life, into the truth, to each other, to our Father you are above everything, above all things. Because he's not a rubbish Father, not an incapable creator. He's our Father. It's about timing, it's about choice. And we are the generations anointed, no matter who or where you are. And I pray you realize, you empower it, without even getting up off your chair. And empower your care. You come back to kingdom. And be ready. Because we're right up to the hour. And it's not a game. And I'm not joking. I pray comfort, healing, restoration, awakening, wisdom, discernment, integrity and honour. And to you all. That you realise what they've done to us all. But also realise with wisdom that most want out. Because they're stuck to a shitty snowball. And I have to say it like that because it is pure excrement that they're all stuck to. That's why we're all covered in it. Through and through. It's time to break the cycle and come back to the truth. To come back to true kingdom. And awaken within. Because you're more than a body. You do have purpose. You do have meaning. And you're not an accident. No matter how you got into the earth. A choice is a choice. So it doesn't matter who or where you are. What colour your skin is. The calling to the wedding feast is a different kind of attire. Empower your Christ centre. Empower your salvation. That no one deserves. But it's there for a reason. For this season. To overcome it all. And come out of it all. In the truth. As family. because we are all family. All nations, we've just been divided and conquered and zoned off into different sections and called this and that and the other. And I'm not joking, and I'm not talking out silliness. I'm not. I'm saying it as it is, because it's time for all to heal. To be no more compromised, nor falling any further. And consider and realize that it's not just we, ourselves, that we have to think about. It's not just mankind and creation. It's not just the whole earth and all the flocks there within. It's about our Father Yah in his heart. Because when you seek him, you'll find him. You've got to seek him in the right ways round. You don't submit nor stand under outrageousness, nor fools, nor institutions, nor hierarchies who don't care. Because we're not slaves, we're family. And I pray you all come out of it all and realise what we're born into and what you need to choose to be born out of the right way. Because our Father Creator won't hide his heart, his way, his face, the true earth, your true value, and your true worth. Because we are family. And I know I repeat it, but how else do you communicate the absolute truth in the dire situation everyone's in because of indoctrination? To and froing, blaming this nation for this and that and the other, all the way through the people and the armed forces get led round in circles because everyone's indoctrinated and they're playing a game into this war and this outrage, and it's all fake. The slaughter's real, the stealage is real, the to and froing's real, the forced movement of people's real, just like you're seeing in the Middle East right now. We're not the first, but we are the last to be deceived and betrayed and separated and lost from our Father Creator because of what the fallen did. So only when you start to realise what the fallen have done, you realise why that place is there for them and why they're doing everything to deceive everybody to join them there. But you have to burst the ball that you think you're spinning round on, and you have to come back to true reality and realise the magnitude of falling, of being separated, and the magnitude of the anointing of being redeemed. The salvation and the redemption is what our Father Yah wants for everyone. But that's the start point. The blood cleanses us, tears the veil, restores and forgives us, and we walk through the veil with the right attire, with the right attitude and the right heart. That's why it's there, so that each one of us direct can walk in the way, direct with your Father in everything you do and everything you say. And it's a process, because we're all broken clay. That's why nothing happens in religion other than chaos, or stifling, or picking up the pieces of those that go round trashing everything. That's all it is, taking advantage of those of you that care. But it's time to care proper now, with wisdom, because we're family. And I call you all to prepare, to realise the reality of where we are, what season we're in, and what hour we're up against. It's an awesome reality, but it's not if you're spinning round on a ball and you think you come from monkeys. But if you come out of it all in the truth and you realise and you empower your choice to empower the true blood that's there for a reason, the real heaven's intervention. Otherwise everybody would fall. And it's a horror beyond speak. And I'm not joking. But I don't want to frighten you all. But reality does a good enough job of that in itself. So as you awaken, as you realize, I pray the Holy Spirit, the Comforter, to be with you all in everything, because that's who we are. Temples of the Holy Spirit, the house of Yah. We're family. And we're far from our Father's ways. We're far from His truth. We're in the wilderness and in the captivity of those who don't care, by their own declaration before the throne of the heavens, though they are care. We all are. But we're all born into this, going round in circles. But this is where the balls burst, and that kind of motion stops, where you have true ground under your feet, and your perceptions change forever. There's an awesome awakening coming, but you've got to get ready. You've got to empower your brideship, empower your Christship, and be ready. There's no time. Because here we are, in real time before the throne of our Father, Yah. And I appeal to you all, stop what you're doing, because you've all been distracted on purpose. I'm not talking stupid, I'm saying it as it is. Because their plan is to and fro you all round in unreality, in your indoctrination, that you all self-empower because it's your own opinions apparent, and it's not. Not until you overcome what you've been indoctrinated in, and you're rooted in the truth, so that you can perceive and discern without being told what to think, what to feel, and which way's up, without doing the discerned, based research with reflection to avoid the knee-jerk reaction, usually freaking out when you first start waking up. But that's why I call you all to the ways of our Father Yah, to be calm, to be still, to trust Him. When it overwhelms you, sit down and praise Him. He's with us, He's within us, and He always will, He always was, and He is now. Everybody. It's we who are distracted from true reality. That's why they mock us all as zombies. But you lot are the ones that indoctrinated us. And you mock, and you scoff, and you belittle. And you lot caused it all. You complain about the vagabonds on the street. You lot caused it all. It's you lot that are blind in darkness, that can't see, that haven't realised that you all care, and that we're for eternity. Everybody. That's why they hide it from us. So you go round in circles, in stupid mode, in opinions that are not based on reality, so they can laugh and scoff and mock and belittle. Not just mankind or creation, but the heavens and our Father Yah's heart, because they in darkness know His love for us all, His faithfulness to us all, and His cry is that none of you fall. That's why the blood's there. It's purer than all, and it's good enough to do the job because it's accepted by the heavens, by our Father. It's not a fickle blood, nor does it sell out. That's religion, hired hands, outrageousness. I know it's hard to bear these things. That's what indoctrination is. And to the bride, not saying become splintered. It's the opposite. Saying unite in the truth, to be rooted in it. Stop playing games. Stop dividing yourselves. Realise leadership positions mean leadership positions that are corrupted. That's why I call the armed forces. It's the same everywhere, including amongst your ranks. It's not a difficult test. As soon as you find resistance, that's where your problem begins. When it comes to leadership positions, it's where the compromise is. But they're just like us. You all are. And most want out. That's why wisdom has to prevail, because we are family. That's why the commandments are there, not to kill. Like Cain and Abel. That's why the call is there, to empower family. And you care, because we're family. And the blood covers the mark of Cain. Covers it in everything, in every way. Because it covers all things. Because we're family. We're family at the throne of the heavens. We're creation. Religion's got no part in true kingdom. So don't even try and start. It's not like that at all. Empower your self-control and walk with our Father you are, and never close your prayer. Empower your integrity and honour. Your truth. Your care. Your will. Your choice. Into the truth. And learn it all over again. They hide it. And have invested everything to hide it. To betray everyone. But as soon as you see it, everything that they've done falls apart. Shackles fall off. The shackles to your heart. From our Father Yah. Getting in the way. Men in frocks in every outrageous kind of way. That's not kingdom. Nor is it brideship. Nor is it Christ Centre. So I call you all. Come out as family. We come out of this together. Everyone that's willing, that's interested in the truth, in the healing, in family, and in our Father Creator, in the kingdom of the heavens proper, and not the stupid version that we've all had thus far. Everything of space is CGI. It's water up there. Solar luminescence, resonance, true light, true sound, true creation. You shouldn't have a problem with being creation, because we're honoured creation. We're our Father's sons and daughters in His image. It's not stupid religion. That's to put you all off, compromise you all, divide and conquer you all, compartmentalise you all until you fall. It's time to choose now, to realise and come out without getting up off your chair, without ceremonies or rituals or sacrifice. Even more so not in blood, not like they do. Proper not funniness what goes on, but it's all done in real time before the throne of the heavens. Everything, through and through. That's why you need to all realise the pureness of our Father Yah's heart, and why the wrath's there, why the fury's there, and why the pure vengeance is there, direct from the heaven. That's why I call all men. Don't think about revenge, though it's a real choice and it's a real feeling. Overcome it and empower the healing with wisdom to overcome Rome and the Masons and the fallen and the plastic worlds. There are just a few. Because everybody's compromised through and through. Everybody's indoctrinated. To the Muslims, to the Middle East, you need to stop looking to Muhammad and realise what Rome's done. Comprehend who the Jesuits are, the Satanists, those who say they're Jews and are not. Everyone needs to comprehend this, because we're in the thick of it. Instead of looking to Muhammad and Allah, it's the Kabbalah. Looking to Ishmael, looking to Abraham, and to everyone else, the tribes of Israel. We all are. Everyone, including Ishmael. We're family, divided and conquered, in stupid mode, in all sorts of abominations and outrageousness. We don't live on a ball. There's no financial crisis. Nuclear weapons are fake. Nuclear energy is fake. The cloud machines, part of a weather weapon. It's all about control. Because everything's electric if you want electric as power. It's everywhere. It's who we are. It's how everything works. It's how the plants and the trees grow. That's why nothing's as they say. And it's time to set yourself free in your heart, in your mind, to your very core of your very soul. And for your very soul, for the first time proper, to get out the back seat, kick out your character that's not your own. It's an actor stealing your care, part of your indoctrination. Overcome your ego and your pride and all the crappy stuff that they make important. Turn it all around, because you're more than a body, you're more than vanity, and you're more than the grave. You're a soul. You've got value, and salvation's there, so you can come back to our Father Creator, to learn His ways, to walk with Him, take back your integrity and honour that comes from our Father Yah, and re-empower your care. Because it's time to defend the women and children. Those of you that are not of agreement with that, you won't make it free. No matter which angle you look at it, through and through. It's time to pour out the truth of life, so that every peoples, all nations can heal, can be restored and be rooted in the truth. Can be part of the restoration. It's direct by our Father Yah, by the whole of the heavens that now come. But you have to choose. You have to choose now. Because the choice won't be there after it's too late. And we ride up to the hour. That's why I call all to come back to family. To empower your Christ centre through the blood. And look up. And look within. It's the same kingdom. It's who we are. Journey of life so much more than you comprehend, because they're hiding it all. To those of you that are compromised, that know what I'm talking about, I call you all the same. Come out of it all. It's the same wage, same price to claim. No thief will steal it, no moth will eat it. A prize you can be assured. It's a chair with your own name on it, and it applies to everybody, and no one else will ever get that chair. If you choose to fall, it will be left empty. I pray none of you choose to. I'm not talking silly. I'm saying it as it is, because we are creation. We're eternal, and not just some temporary fizz, like they make us out to be, filling you with fear, with confusion, your degrees in silliness. And I know it sucks, and it has been a waste of everyone's time from the day we were born, to learn the outrageousness that we've all learned, because everything's incorrect. Everything. It's not right. No matter what you look at. Even the math's wrong. Science is wrong. Geography's wrong. History's wrong. Geology's wrong. Everything. Reality. We're not slaves. Nor are we feral. With truth, with wisdom, with integrity and honour. With kingdom. We stand equal, without stupid getting in the way. And that's ego and arrogance and all the other stuff that cause the fall. You have to overcome these things, or you'll fall. It's not difficult, but it's time. And I pray, with a big smile on your face, I pray you all choose to come out of it all, to comprehend and to learn the full truth and the full power of the true blood. It's not a game, not a religion, not a ceremony, nor is it symbology, or anything. It's the truth. when the kingdom of the heavens intervened for the remnant, for the bride, for his sons and daughters, to come out of it all and not fall, not listen to fools who at the moment rule but won't, not in this season to come, not at all. So I pray those of you that are born into all that, stuck to it all, with your bunkers and all the other stuff that you built, to-ing and fro-ing, in treachery, stop what you're doing and come out of it all and come back to kingdom and don't fall. Because if you spent a fraction of the energy that you've all spent in betrayal and treachery and squaffing around and debauchery and an absolute abomination, just a fraction of it, the whole earth would be heaven on earth. And so it will, but the wicked tenets will be removed. That's why everyone has to choose. It's the truth. It's got nothing to do with religion and everything to do with our Father Creator, His way. Because the only reason you're not all destroyed already is because of grace, because of mercy, because of family, because that's who we are. That's why I call on the armed forces before you all go to and fro and round in circles like fools, to stop, zoom out, realise, refocus, reassess, talk to each other as family and make your choice. Because they've set you up to go into all sorts of outrageous, stupid, to-ing and fro-ing, to get slaughtered, so they can have their way and pillage and brutalise the women and the babies. The same routine as always, because it's what they do, it's what we're all born into. But we're not slaves anymore, because this is the anointed season, and we are right up to the hour. And I'm not talking daft. I'm trying to communicate, to call into you all as family, as a faithful brother, walking with my Father Yah, and I call you all to do the same. Everyone. Because it's not a religion, kingdom. It's a way. It's a choice. Self-control with wisdom. Self-discipline. Self-correction. In the truth. That'll be hidden no more. Because we're family. We've got an awesome eternity. It's right there on your door. It's got nothing to do with falling in confusion or indoctrination or compromise or corruption. So few old farts. And I'll say it like that because there's too many out there that won't receive it if I don't say it like that. To sacrifice babies. And to squaff around in debauchery and outrageousness and compromise and opulence. For what? To distress forever because you can't comprehend yourselves what separation is. That's why I pray you all perceive that you need to change your perceptions, to change your perspective, to humble yourselves, to forgive, first and foremost, because it's too big. It's too big. As you awaken and you realise the outrageousness of it all, it's then you realise what our Father Yah's had to bear. You realise for the first time your true sonship or your true daughtership, Keta. You stop squaffing there. You stop fearing man. You stop fearing darkness. And you come out of it all. No matter what the cost. Because we for always, the wage is the same. And we ride up to the hour. So there's not that long to wait. And I'm not joking. I'm saying it as it is. Because we're family. Those were your plans and your outrageous schemes that you've built and stole without a care apparent. Are you really sure you all want to throw it away forever? Are you really sure you want what our Father Yah's got in his heart? You're really sure you're stuck that fast to the crappiness of it all that you can't stand up and stop drowning in water of their design? Because compromise, no matter which way you look at it. So's forgiveness, so's family, so's the truth that sets us free. I'm sorry to talk like this, but I'm speaking to multiple groups of people, and I'm trying to reach you all, because the blood covers all. The call's the same, and so's the wage. Oh, no one deserves it, not one. Because when you realise what we're born into, it's forever changing. So's true salvation in the truth. And when you realise and you connect and you're restored to your true Father, what happens within, that's forever changing. The flow is different. So's the truth. So's the reality. And the restoration. It stops all the silliness. Because the healing's real. Because so are the problems. So's the brokenness. So's the truth for the indoctrination. To call all men of strength. To empower wisdom. To comprehend what meekness is. Not the pious silliness that many folks have made it. It's pure strength with wisdom. To have control over your strength with wisdom. To do the right thing. For the right reason. The right time. That's now. So I call you all. Time to cut short the slaughter. But I call you all to refocus on your Christ center, on your brideship, on your sonship or your daughtership. And restore yourselves to your Father you are. It's right there, right now, where you are. There's no mountains to climb, as I've said. No wriggling about. Sit still and open your heart to the truth and awaken and come out. It's there within us all. The ability. It's the same in everyone, no matter how broken you are. Because the truth heals you. Because it restores your hope, restores your meaning, your purpose, your value, your reason, straight away. You've got to burst the ball, forgive him, and accept it. Step back from it all, because all that crap's about to fall. I'm not joking. Come out of it all, because we're family and there's forgiveness there through the blood. It's the same for everyone. And as I've said, it's not like the stupefaction of the truth, of the true blood, of true Christ center. That's the true message. To be restored, direct, to be rooted in the truth, and stop messing about in silly ceremonies that mean nothing to our Father Yah. They're just a control mechanism of the indoctrinated. I know it sucks, but you've got to strip it back now, because we're right up to the hour, so that you can make a fairer assessment of the path and the choice to make. Because there's only one choice and two options. Are you good or are you evil? Because in truth, we're all good. That choose to be evil, that choose to fall. That's the leadership's call thus far. Leadership so far, so called. So far. But I call you all to make your own choice. To re-evaluate, weigh and balance everything. But there's no time to mess around. But the truth's there. It is to be found. It's not even difficult. And I'm proper not joking. That's why it's heartbreaking. But that's why they've got everybody distracted, going around in circles, to and fro. So they're not still enough for the truth to be found. That's why I call you all to be still in spirit and be rooted in the truth, to be open to it. Because it's epic and awesome. And it's epic that it sucks to a distressing, heartbreaking level that's forever changing. Forever. But that's why the blood is forever changing. That's why it cleanses us, heals us, restores us, and makes the way for the path that's been made, that's pure, that will never give way. No matter how big you are, or how small. It's the same kingdom, it's the same truth, and it's the same call. Enough's enough now, and it's time to choose. I call you all to true kingdom, not to the to and fro, but to come out of it all, to be ready, to look up at the heavens, comprehend the world. It's not a world, it's an age. It's just more of their speak, treachery, to trick us all. That words mean this and that, and they don't, they mean something completely different. That's why they talk about their new world order. It's just new age order, because the heavens are a clock to give signs of the time, to discern. You've got to be walking with our Father Yah, and rooted in the truth, to comprehend. Even at basic level, you've got to walk with him, you've got to learn his ways, learn the truth. Stop following fools that are our so-called leaders. Because nothing there is what it seems. Governments. The word government is control of your mind. And indeed, that's what they've done to us all. Well, it all stops, because those here at the top, so-called, in leadership positions or whatever, if you reject family at this point, and the forgiveness that comes through family, because that's who, in truth, we are, reject the healing, not just for yourselves, but try and stop it for everybody else. The wrath, the absolute vengeance that will come straight at you all, they'll be forever changing in a not funny way. Because everybody needs to realise we're caught in the middle of this, between the heavens and the fallen. It's not a joke, and they are real, because here we are. But no, we're mankind. We're anointed. We have authority over all that. But you have to empower the truth. You have to empower the blood because of the fall. It's the only way out of it all. You have to empower the truth with integrity and honour in everything. As we learn all over again which way's up, how far's out, and who our Father Yah is. The right way, the true way, because that's who we are. No matter who or where you are, I call unto you all, individual, direct, as a faithful brother on the journey of life, to reevaluate everything, and don't fall. Don't do it. Just come out of it all, and take your place in kingdom, in the truth, through the blood, wherever you are. It's got nothing to do with piety or religion, or chopping off heads, or marrying children, or any other outrageous debauchery or abomination. That's the magnitude of what they've done to us all. Because if you think the kingdom of the heavens is a house of debauchery, and fettleness, and outrageousness, it's indoctrination for a reason. And we fall for a reason. Because of spirit of intent, of the fallen. It's not a game. I know it makes me sound to most of you, but I'm standing on proper ground, and I'm not spinning on a ball, and I walk with my Father Creator proper, in everything, through the thick of it all. And I don't stand here on my own. And I do stand against Mecca, and I do stand against Rome. Because all of you that are indoctrinated in all that, we're family. And it's time to realise, like everybody else, what we've been born into, what you're all defending and tearing your tunics over. It's all of Rome. And I'm sorry, but like everyone, we all have to lay hold of this as family, without dysfunction, without dishonour, without being feral, without being wild, without self-control. But we lay hold of it with integrity and honour, in the truth, without dysfunction or any kind of stupid. Because those who can't control those things, and they want to be wild and feral and burn and rape and pillage and trash everything for the sake of it, you're not going to make it through. Because integrity and honour will deal with all of you. And I'm not joking. It's time to defend the women and children, to defend the elderly, those who can't defend themselves. That's why I call men a strength. Meekness isn't weakness. It's wisdom on steroids. As a minimum. But it has self-control, not to be a fool, or to go round in circles, or to and fro, without not knowing which way's up, or where you'll end up, without the blood. If you fight their wars, and not fight them. They don't care about any of you, nor your families. They don't care at all, not even about their own. That's why their families are born into all this, just like we all are. That's why most want out. That's why we have to have wisdom, so that all who are true kingdom can come out now. And I call you all to do so in your choice, because we're more than right up to the hour. We're right here. Their plans come to naught, like their astronauts and their cosmonauts. But family, the truth of life, the healing, will come to everything. Because we're the anointed generations to awaken and to heal, to break the cycle. It's beyond speak. It's gone on throughout the millennia. And nothing's as we've been told. Nothing. So all this science that you're hearing, all these theories, all this stupid squaffing around, nothing but a bunch of compromised fools, Satanists, that think it's funny to steal trillions and deceive us all and betray us all into being stupid, to indoctrinate us all, to fall from each other, and above all, from our Father Yah's heart. That's why I pray you all reevaluate. There's so much more to say, so much more to learn, but it's time to discern, to come out of it all, be compromised no more, nor distracted, nor indoctrinated, nor wherever, other than family, in the truth, with all the good fruits of the Spirit, the good powers and principles of true kingdom. And stop drowning. Stop listening to their integrity, their propaganda that trashes your integrity and honour every day. It's time to sort this out without dysfunction, without everybody falling down, without everybody being slaughtered by their treacherous plans. So it's time to wake up. Every nation that's done stuff that's outrageous throughout history, it's not that nation, nor the people. It's Rome. It's the Masons. Not all Masons are bad. They are all deceived and compromised like everybody else. Same with Muslims, just deceived. They're not all head choppers and child rapers and child marriers. Same in Christianity. It's the same in everything. Most are alright and don't deserve to be slaughtered. They deserve to have the truth of life so they can make a proper choice and come out of it without falling or being lost or having a horror forever because of separation and the realization of it too late. That's why I'm not going to wrestle with you all. You can have a listen and you can do your own research that'll show you that I'm not lying or whatever. You'll fall. And if you're of the falling ilk, it just means you don't comprehend. It means you haven't realised, you haven't done the due diligence that your whole eternity deserves. Seldom has anyone, because we're indoctrinated, and those that are, that think they're following so-called God. It's more treachery of Rome. It's our Creator. It's not limited to a God, He's our Father. He's the Creator of the heavens and the earth. And He laid waste to the Titans, and judged them all, and densified them all, so that the ground that you're walking around on right now, just so you don't forget, there's a remnant of which way's up, what's acceptable, and what's not. Because everything that's at current is an absolute abomination from every tribe, every clan, and every nation, right now, by Rome's design. That's why I pray you all come out of it all, come to true kingdom, come and claim your new wineskin and your new wine. Seek our Father you are with everything. Take everything to Him direct. Don't go through other people. Share it with them. But this is direct to each one of you to realise your eternity is your own choice. Whether you throw it away or not, that's your decision. My cry of my heart is that none of you do. Because we're family, through and through. I fight every day for every last one of you, in spirit and truth, against powers and principalities that are not funny. But that fight's over. Victory's already secured. This is about how many of you want to be family, want to have self-control, want to be part of the truth of life and be healed and restored in the fullness of it. Or whether you want to be feral, or treasonous, or squaffing round in outrageousness, or whatever that's causing everything right now to fall. Because the call to cut short the slaughter has gone out against it all. And you all need to realise what I've just said and what it means to everybody. It's a real call, and so is this, to come out of it all, to take back your forever, take back your truth that you had stolen on day one. Everybody, all of you, none are different. Everybody's broken clay, right now, in every way. Those of you in darkness that think there's no way back, that you're too black, you're too dark, you just don't realise the fullness of the heavens, of the blood, nor the power of the true ark. It's within your heart. It's within your choice. It's a place where you awaken and you heal for the first time proper. In reassurance, hope that no one will ever steal, because it's based, rooted and grounded in absolute truth, in absolute reality, that their shenanigans and propaganda and indoctrination got no chance of standing against. Because your own truth, your own spirit of discernment will be healed and anointed from this day on, all of you. But you've got to stop. You've got to refocus. You've got to lay hold of it and empower it, along with everything else that's of goodness. Because it's about spirit of intent. Thus far, we've all been going round in circles, indoctrinated without a clue, in their spirit of intent. That's why I call you all to the kingdom, to the truth, to true brideship, to your true Christ centre, through the blood. Come back to our Father, yeah. He's your true Father, and He will teach you direct all that you are, in real time, through all times. It's we that have been stupefied not to be able to comprehend what I've just said, and the ability to do that, because we walk in dead until you redeem yourself in your choice. It's got nothing to do with anybody else at all, in any way. Just you and your whole eternity, right now, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, whatever your opinions or indoctrination is, whatever level of awakeness and truth that you've sought out or it's been revealed to you. I call you all. There's a whole lot more to learn. It's forever changing. You'll never be the same. You'll be wiser than you can possibly perceive. And you won't be feral, nor will you be falling in any direction, nor staggering around in wounds that can be healed with immediate effect with the truth. And I'm not joking. You don't need all these psychologists and psychiatrists and all the other crap. It's mind control. That's all it is. Because if they had any kind of discernment and had any kind of integrity and honour, they'd all be crying for all the leadership to be bound for being psychopaths, genocidal cowards and scumbags. But they don't cry for that. That's when you know they're not full of truth. They're full of not funny, smelly stuff. It's time to discern. Stop submitting. Stop standing under. To realise that to comprehend is not to understand. To understand is to stand under, to submit, and not to comprehend. Because to comprehend is to comprehend. To know a thing, to discern it, to have the wisdom to comprehend, and not stand under fools, nor be divided and conquered, nor distracted, or anything else other than waking up right now, taking back your eternity, and realise that everybody's been sold out. All armed forces, you've been sold out. I'm sorry, but you have. Your families have been sold out. It's the sickness and the twistedness and the outrageous depravity of it all. Because there's too much genocide. There's too much betrayal. Because it's not just in the truth of life, enslavement. They're not content with that. That's why we get ill. That's why we get sick. Because we're all being poisoned in every way. Go into their satanic medical service for Big Pharma to fill you full of chemicals with all its so-called side effects, when there's no such thing. It's just effects and lies. It's just sales pitter-patter. It's just betrayal. The way you get healthy is not through Big Pharma. It's not through modern day science. Most of the time it's not through surgery. It's through the natural route that's there, that they hide and stupefy and mock and scoff and indoctrinate you all to go to them, so they can enslave you and make you sick for life. And spending 5 minutes to do the proper research, to enlighten yourself with wisdom, to discern, to make a proper choice, to take the right course of action, so you're not sick or ill anymore, and certainly not dying. We're well made and we're well designed. The immune system's virtual bomb-proof. But if you put yourself in the hands of psychopaths and satanic cowards that pump you full of chemicals and tell you it's going to be alright, to kill your immune system. It's time to come out of it all, to empower true day. Stop squaffing round, staggering round, bleeding out, and perishing in their night. It's time to come out. It's time to choose. With a whole lot more, and no one needs to lose here. The only ones that need to lose are those in positions of leadership right now, right across the board, in everything. Then they'll stop squaffing round, because then everyone will be set free from the treachery, from the treason, from the compromise, from the snowball. But it's not a free-for-all for everyone running around in stupid mode. Those that have that heart, you need to stop, sit down, and restart with wisdom, like everybody else. Because it's not a game, and you won't make it through, none of you. Any raping and pillaging from this point on, no matter who you are, you're gone. You can go and take it up in the lake of fire, like all the fallen fools that threw it all away. That's why you need to all realise they didn't get mercy, not a chance. Because the magnitude of what happened, what ended up being fulfilled and having to be stopped, it's beyond speak. But you will all learn it, because you have to, so you can awaken and stop messing around in stupid mode. And I have to say it like that because it's the magnitude of what they've done. It's what they've done. And only when you wake up and you realise your full inner self in your Christ centre with your Father Creator, in the truth, with all the fruits of the good spirit, you'll realise how stupefied we all are, how broken clay, smashed in every way, and they laugh and think it's funny. That's why I call for your focus now. Not feral, not wild. You don't fight with your eyes shut, nor do you fight with your hands tied. That's all we've all had to fight thus far. I call you to fight with wisdom, without even getting up off your chair, because that's the first battle I pray and I cry out to every last one of you that you take on. You take it on there, and you come out of it all in power you care. Come back to our Father you are, and He'll meet you right there. It's a choice. You've got to let Him in. You've got to be willing to learn the truth and let go of the indoctrination and forgive Him as you go, because we're all born into it, and that's the foundations of true kingdom. Because there's no revenge, there's none of that. Those that want revenge, let it go, because it'll destroy you and you'll end up in the lake of fire. Because we're right up to the hour, we're right up to the wire, and I'm not joking. If you can't perceive what I'm talking about, you're in the fullness of your indoctrination. I'm not joking. It's as serious as it gets. I'm not joking, it's critical. Everybody stop what you're doing and empower your family. With so much more, and you're not a cosmic accident, and everybody's been broken on purpose and compromised in outrageousness. It's time to heal all that. It's time to stop it. It's time for all you men out there to stop being compromised, to refocus, comprehend the true blood that meets you where you are, right now in real time, and restores you proper. Everything else is a day-to-day choice of empowering the truth and nurturing it and learning and healing and enlightening yourself in the truth with wisdom to comprehend. It's all a choice. Everything. You can choose to be stupid and in denial, or you can choose to be wise and come out of it all while there's time. Because there won't be any time left in the season to come, because we're right up to the hour. The feral and the darkness will be stopped. Everything goes real, because we're family. So I pray, armed forces, bind the leadership. Don't mess about. Anybody that's got integrity and honour, they get double prestige. It's not difficult. They'll have a smile on their face because they won't be compromised or dealing with scum or cowards or outrageousness, nor falling. Everyone else gets banned. The people, you've got to sit down. You've got to be still. And any of the feral that want to go round in outrageous Game of Thrones mode and all the other stupidness of your indoctrination, dishonouring family, dishonouring our Father Creator's throne and His command not to kill each other, not to fall. It's over. The feral and the wicked tenants and the treasonous. Repent. Come out of it all. Do the right thing. Prove yourselves as family, as kingdom, worthy of the blood, because none of us are. You don't have to strive to empower it, but we all have different callings, different situations to deal with right now. That's why I pray, empower true kingdom, protect the women and children, and stop all these satanic scumbags and cowards from slaughtering everyone. Because their plan is to slaughter you lot as well. Any that's left will be brutalised in outrageous slavery, just like they've done before, just like they did to our ancestors. It's got nothing to do with the colour of your skin, and everything to do with the colour of your heart. It's the same problem for every nation. Though we're family, though we're a multitude now, we're still divided and conquered, in our minds from the truth, in our hearts from our Father. But it's time to stop all that now. It's time to learn the truth of life, and it's stonking, beyond speak, epic in every manner. But it fails in comparison to true food, the true throne of the heavens, true manna. I pray you all choose well, because the truth's coming through now, the spoken part. It's a truth that will refocus you to perceive proper. Though you can't see the details of the earth you dwell, and all the land and all the continents and everything that they're hiding from us all, thinking they can steal it for themselves, some kind of prize out of the hands of our Father, without realising with this absolute remnant, without comprehending the ground that you're standing on, and compromising in every way, without realising. This is why you have to empower wisdom, because everybody's indoctrinated. Everyone. It's not a joke, and I'm not talking silly. That's why you have to overcome your indoctrination with the truth, and it starts with your choice, with your will, to realise and to choose proper for the first time, with self-control, with forgiveness, to defend the people, because it's not the people that are to blame here, and it's not the armed forces, and this applies to every nation. So anybody egging on blowing up this country and blowing up that country and invading and killing, and it's just part of their plan. And you need to realise that we're the true heart of man, to apply wisdom. All the armed forces, it's wisdom time, it's family time, truth time, healing time, salvation proper time, because it now comes, and I'm not joking. And I pray, all of you, that you cry out to our Father, that you bless His name, so you're found with that right heart, returning to your Father, though it's right up to the hour. The wage is the same. They don't want you to have it. I cry out to every one of you to come and claim. Come and claim your place in true family and true kingdom, and overcome your pointlessness, your corruption, your distraction, your indoctrination, your opinions, your egos, everything that caused the fall and that's distracted us all thus far. That's why it caused the fall. Never close your prayer, and awaken right now right there. Because this is that time. We are the people, we are the generations anointed to do so. It's real, it's there. Try it for yourselves, without religion getting in the way. And learn all over again what family is, what integrity and honour is, what wisdom is. Because it's awesome. And it's proper healing when you realise why we're all going around in circles right now, and what the Babylonian heart is, where it came from. Because it's the fallen right at the start. When it all got stopped, all got flooded, the lights turned out, and everything was densified. And here we are. But this is the last time of any shenanigans, treachery, outrageousness, debauchery, dishonour, betrayal, treason, all of it. That's why it's all happening now, to clear house. Because everyone's choosing, everyone's doing what you're doing. But I call you all to stop, refocus. And if you're in darkness and you think there's no way back because of what you said or done or signed, comprehend, the blood sorts it all out. They won't tell you that. You've got to seek it out. So I'll tell you it proper, to stop you wasting time, to just come out of it all and realise the blood is powerful enough, pure enough to sort everybody out. Doesn't matter if others don't like that, they'll be busy sorting their own eternities out, like everybody else. Because the details and all the outrageousness and everything that's going on, that's the next one to come. This one sets you free, changes your perceptions for eternity, and stops you spinning round on an imaginary ball. Because it's time to come out of it all. There's no financial crisis. All these wars are just staged. I'm sorry, but all news is fake. It's pantomime in their circus tent with Hollywood and all the other stuff. Space isn't real, how they portray it. It's water up there and there's a barrier to stop it being flooded. That's why we get rainbows. That's why it's an anointing and a promise. That's why those of you that have adopted it in debauchery, do you realise what they've done to you all? They've indoctrinated you all to be an abomination, and then take the rainbow that represents the heaven's throne and made it a house of debauchery of Rome. Are you sure you all want that kind of judgment coming your way that is right now, right here, on everybody's doorstep? Because they hid it from us all and betrayed us all, so you all fall. And I'm sorry, but that time's now. There'll be no more jigging around for decades and being silly. It's over. Nor will they be running around in feralness, chopping heads off, in whatever name. No raping and pillaging, and burning and looting. If you're of that mindset, you need to sit down, straight away with immediate effect, and reevaluate everything, like everyone else. Because you're top of the list, you lot, for being stopped, along with the treasonous scumbags in leadership positions squaffing round in debauchery and betrayal. There's two choices. You can choose to stop yourselves with wisdom, like everyone else, and empower self-control. Or you can all be stopped by integrity and honour, in no messing around mode, defending family, defending their eternities, defending the truth of life, defending the women and children. It's not a joke. It's a choice. And everyone's got to make it right now. Because there's no time. The heavens come. It's time to awaken. It's not a joke. So I pray you take me deadly serious. In the most critical manner. Because I'm not joking. It's a different kind of manner. Different kind of food. It's got nothing to do with falling through the floor because of funky treachery. It's got everything to do with proper foundations as family. Protecting each other in the truth of life. Protecting each other's eternity from their outrageousness and our current strife. There's only one way out, and the destination has to be your true Father Creator you are. Because I'm sorry, that's who we are, whether you like it or not. It's who we are. And it's time to come out now and rejoice within, with a big fat smile on your face, knowing that there's an eternity in glory, an absolute healing, and all that's ever been since in the beginning will be restored. It's of goodness, and everything that's of evil and separation and outrageousness, and there is a lot of it, and I mean a lot of it, will be no more. They can go there forevermore. For everybody else, come out of it all, take back your eternity, and awaken within, where it changes everything, where it means everything, where it counts everything. Because in the end, all will be weighed and balanced by your choices, by your very souls, whether you're worthy or not, whether you choose to empower the blood, and I pray you all do, so you can miss that part through and through. But it's where it starts, not where it stops. You don't sit down on your hands once you empower the blood. Repentance isn't forgiveness, it's changing direction, course and heading, and your heart, and the will, and the choice within to choose to change, to awaken, and humble yourselves to the truth, and overcome your indoctrination. And it's the same for everybody else. And as I said at the start, I can't wrestle with you. It's all indoctrination, or compromise, or corruption, or distraction, or all of the above. There's no time. I'm sorry. And it's not because of plans of Rome and the Masons and Mecca and everything else, because they're in trouble amongst the ranks, because most of them are deceived and are waking up themselves like everybody else. They want their eternities back, they want the families safe, they want the truth of life like everybody else. They don't want to fall, they want to know the truth and come out of it all. And I stand that that's what happens, that's what's fulfilled. And I call you all to do the same, because we're all the same. We're choice, we're will, we're energy, we're truth, we're integrity and honour, we're creation, we're sons and daughters of our Father Yah, and we're family. So I pray you all rebalance everything, reweigh it, reflect on it, research it, take it all to our Father Yah direct for the first time. See what happens within as you awaken and you come out. You break your indoctrination, you break the shackles in your mind and your heart, and you come and join True Kingdom right now and make your new start. But there's no treachery, no treason, no squaffing around, no mocking, no scoffing, no ignorance, no heartlessness. Just family with care, in the truth, walking out the absolute not funniness together, right here, right now, everywhere. It's a call unto you all, and I pray you all reflect on my words, because my words are not my own. It's not my opinion, nor is it of anything of the earth or of wrong. It's a Christ centre of a faithful Son to our true Father Creator Yah. Faithful to all of you, every last one of you, direct, equal, absolute. It's how we are, it's how we'll be. It's a choice, with self-control, with wisdom, in the truth, rather than slaughtering each other and eating each other and doing all the other outrageousness that they've set you all up for. You just stop that one, nip it in the bud. But you have to realise, when you choose brideship, you need to be ready, because we ride up to the hour. You won't be part of the distress. We're not that kind of flower, nor aroma, nor fragrance, nor scent. Instead of being a discomfort to our Father's feet, we turn the garden into a house of praise, so it resounds in truth as family for always. That's why the earth will be restored, because the heavens will be restored, because the heavens were part broken because of the fall. They're pure awesomeness. They're our family. But we're in stupid mode, in stupid resonance, in stupid thinking. That's why everybody's the way they are, because you can't perceive or comprehend true resonance yet, but you will. Not talking their crap with the cell towers that's hurting us all, because we water in the physical. That's what somatics is. But that's just cowardice on their part, thinking they control and betray all of us without the heavens having anything to say, nor indeed all of us in the awakened day, which is now. It's where it begins. It's where truth comes through, the treasonous abound, and the healing begins. So I call everybody, stop toing and froing, stop dishonouring everybody. Realise what Rome's done. To all you Muslims running around in feral mode, in outrageous mode, it's time to stop now. Like everybody else, and own the truth. Overcome your ego and your pride, and empower the truth. Overcome your indoctrination and stop what you're doing, because right now you're all in full abomination mode and you're all about to go to the lake of fire. It's not a joke. It's a real place of distress because of all that's there. All the loss, all the woe, all the grief, all the anguish, all the distress, everything that's ever been that's not of kingdom will be there. And those that choose to fall will be there with it all, with no way out forever. And I'm not joking, I'm saying it as it is. Take it to how far they are and ask him yourself, each one of you, to see if you think I'm joking, because I'm not. He's shown me. It's a distress beyond speak, but so's the glory, the awesomeness beyond comprehension, beyond speak. But it's something that you know straight away when you plug into true kingdom in the right way, and not a dead piece of wood called religion that's just control of others to enslave you and leech off you as parasites and causing you all to fall. It's not like that in kingdom, not true kingdom, nor your true Christ centre, nor the true call that goes out to you all. I pray you all choose wisdom, the truth, true brideship, true kingdom, to take you forever back, because the way's made. It's there. That's why it's there. For this season now. So instead of all of you falling, almost all of you will come out of it all. And only a few will go to that place, through and through. You can't blag it. It's not like religion. No chances need apply because you don't need to. Just change your heart. Sit down if you need to, because it is massive, it is epic, and it is forever changing. Your true purpose and your true meaning will never again be stolen from us, deceived from us, or hidden. Nor will our Father Yah. That's why this kingdom's for always. It's forever. It's not a story. I'm not talking out my ass. I'm not talking stupid. I'm saying it as it is. Try and debunk me if you can. I hope you all do. But it's the faster way if you seek with due diligence in the truth, in neutral, without arrogance or indoctrination, send you on a stupid direction, or hindering you and slowing you down from the truth. It's what discernment is. Though it's broken for most, it won't be. It doesn't take long to repair it. Not when you see the true reality of the true earth, and you realise that everybody's compromised, and those outside the ball of deception that want the eternity back, they know what I'm on about. because they're making their choice like everybody else, and coming out of it all, and not falling any further than that they're born into, or stuck to, or find themselves whatever, because that's how they do it. Most find themselves stumbling into stuff they didn't realise, thought it was something else. It's not as advertised, just like everything else. It's what religion do. Take advantage of the faithfulness that's within every one of you, because we are creation. That faithfulness should be going our Father Creator's way and no one else's. That's why the blood's there, so it can be restored the proper way. It's time to comprehend the earth and the heavens within the waters, the heavens hosts, we call them stars. It's a clock to discern, to light the way, to show, to remind, and to prepare, so that those who are bride, those who are kingdom, that are watching, that have been given discernment, can comprehend what's going on, and how close to the wire we are, and how little time you've got to mess around, to be distracted in this and that, or whatever. And this is real. You can't debunk it, but try as you must. And then you realise, you start joining enough of the dots that I'm not lying to you all. You'll start taking it serious, and you'll wake up straight away. If you're not already doing so now, or you're not already awakened state and learning the truth every day. It's there for everybody to choose. We're man and we're woman. We're mankind, we're creation, and nothing else. Everything else is treachery, indoctrination, and an abomination to cause you to fall. It's not a joke, and I'm not talking religion. I'm talking the full truth of it all, that'll now start coming through and won't be stopped. And those of you that try, it'll cost you forever, and we ride up to that day. So I pray you don't, that you realise, like everyone else, you let the truth through. Because if you don't, integrity and honour will come for every one of you and find you wherever you are, in whatever bunker or whatever company you work for or whatever. It's not a joke. It's a call that comes with the warning, that comes with the call. They're intertwined, one and the same, cause and effect. If you choose kingdom, you'll be restored. If you reject the truth, here comes the fall forever. And just like the mountains that are mountains now, that used to be walking round in all sorts of outrageousness, that's why it all got stopped. It's not funny, that place, nor those who choose to fall. And I pray none of you do, because you don't need to. But you do all have to get real now. Stop being distracted and own the truth. Lay hold of it like everyone else, so we can all come out of this as family, intact, forever, with a big smile on your face. Not based on stupid, but absolute wisdom, through real truth, through due diligence, through research, because it's the truth. It's just hiding all the land, and everybody's compromised. Everybody's stuck to the nightmare. That's why they genocide, rather than standing in the truth and owning it like men and women. They're just cowards and sycophants. But not this generation, because we are the anointed generation, and the call to cut short the slaughter covers everybody. It's not one-sided, because we're family. The side it's against is the darkness, the outrageousness that caused us all to fall. But this is where it's all stopped. You all have to choose now, which side do you want? The side that cares, or the side that doesn't? Because it's come down to that, like it always has, like it's always been. What you choose, the attitude you choose to apply it, will define your fate forever. And we've all been betrayed to be stupid, but it's within us all not to be. That's why I call men of strength, all armed forces, Come back to family. Protect the women and children at all costs, no matter what. No matter who you got to go through, you'll be anointed as an absolute truth. You'll never be defeated because we're family. We're anointed, and it's a commissioning from our Father Yah. It's wicked tenant removal time, but I pray there's none to be found, because there's none need to be. Just grace and mercy and redemption all around, in the truth and the healing that comes with it. But you have to choose now, and I'm sorry, but you do. And make sure everybody gets to choose, through and through. Choose with wisdom, with the correct, right information of the journey of life, your current location, and the reality of everything. It's too much information, and I'm not joking. It's just beyond words. But that's all to come. This is just the bare minimum introduction to true kingdom, so you can all come out of it. Stop messing around and realise there's no time at all. None. You have to make a decision based on truth, based on integrity and honour. Realise, yes they would, because yes they have, because here we are. To stop being in denial about their spirit of intent and what they're born into and who we are. We're the tribes of Israel, and we're under Babylonian rule. We're in captivity under their spirit of intent, under their indoctrination, their system. But they're family, and it's time for everyone to choose, because we're all family, we're all creation. What else can I say? You can't disprove what I say. Only your ignorance and your indoctrination and your attitude would even try. Instead of realising that we're not an accident and we never die. But death has a sting if you choose to separate yourself, because that's what death is. Separation in its fullness. The realisation forever that it's real, that separation's a real place, and it's forever, of absolute outrageous not funniness. I pray none of you choose that choice, that realisation, that place, to come out of it all and not fall. And for most of it, as I've said, you don't even have to get up off your chair. It's that simple, because all the hard work, all the outrageousness that has had to be done has been done. It's what the blood's for. One for all, so that none fall. True kingdom, true family, because that's who we are. You have to choose now. I pray you all come back to Father Yah. It's not a story, not a religion. It's the core of who you are, because we're His sons and daughters. It's who we are. It's time to choose, and I pray you choose well. It's not a game, so don't treat it as one. It's as critical, serious as I know how to communicate. It's not because of the treachery that's going on. That's all going to get smashed. It's because kingdom come, and you don't want to be found in separation by your very soul in your choice. It's that serious. And just like the old men of all that was before the flood, men of renown that were a little bit larger than we are right now, to say the least, along with everything else. But that's what happens when, no matter what size you are, when you choose to be evil and you don't stop it, with your self-control, with wisdom. When everybody chooses that, it all falls down. And this is close to where we're right now at, because of indoctrination, because of stupid, because of propaganda, because of treason and treachery, and misguided trust to positions of leadership that have all been infiltrated and compromised, corrupted, and have sold out to some crappy grand design, grand plan that's going to fail right now before all the eyes of all man. So for those of you in darkness, you need to realise this isn't a game, though that's what you've played thus far. All in real time before the real throne of our Father Yah. And there's no games to be played, not one, not even a single one. Now re-look at everything. Look at what you all do. Look at what they've done to us and indoctrinated us into. Own it. Don't deny it. Accept it. It's not acceptable, but denying it, you're never going to heal. You'll never learn. You just go around in circles in stupid mode. But when you lay hold of it with integrity and honour, you'll change forever. And it's the same for everyone, because we're all broken in the same way. We're all made of the same clay, and we're all born of the same soul. We breathe the same breath of life, and we've all got the same Father Creator. And I call you all to be the true bride, because it's the calling to the wedding feast time, right now. I'm not joking. This is it. This is where we come. This is where we choose to be kingdom. This is where we come out of it all. This is where we don't fall any further. This is where we find our true Father that's coming for all of us, because we're His children. Those of you that are planning on slaughtering everyone, for goodness, it's not revenge. Revenge is folly, because it's not based on wisdom, and it tries to set its face against our Father Yah. Vengeance is the heaven's job. Pure fury for those that cause the fall. Absolute wrath coming for you all. It's got nothing to do with man, no its limitations. This is about our Father Creator that made the earth and the heavens. His vengeance, not revenge, vengeance for all since in the beginning, since before the flood, since before the fall. Come out of it all while you're able, because this isn't a game. And it's proper salvation, real family, the truth of life, and the mercy that we all need to be restored, that's on the table right now. True kingdom. And for the first time for most of you, your realization of your first choice. But it's for always, and there's no games to be played. But I choose to defend the women and children, to defend the gentle, the elderly, the caring, those of integrity and honour, those who care, those of truth. And I set my face against a lot of you that are not of that don't care, that sacrifice babies to Baal and Moloch and all the other crap that you're all doing, your debaucherous sex and death club of Rome and Mecca and the occult. With family, and the truth of life will be hidden no more, and those of you that try, wrath. Because it now comes, the anointing and the wrath, all at the same time, the wheat and tare. It's more than just a story, and it'll meet you all there, right now where you are. I pray you choose kingdom, because the redemption, the salvation's immediate. There's no lag. It's a choice and a consequence, a cause and an effect. A good one. And you'll know it within, because you'll change to the core of everything. Not to stupidity or oppression or folly or distraction, but to proper wisdom. It's who we are, when we're not distracted and dumbed down by fools and cowards that are now going to learn to care, one way or the other, wherever they are, everywhere. That's why I pray you all choose that be a self-choice within, and not a wicked tenant removal. Don't want to be part of that. None of you. You don't. It's bigger than the physical. It's about the eternal. It's for always. It's forever. Because we are eternal. By design. It's the heavens that caused the fall in the first place. The first fall. That's why there's grace and mercy. Because we're Father's children. Because we're born into the fall. That's why there's grace. That's why there's mercy. That's why there's faithfulness from our Father Yah and to us all. Seek Him in these things and reflect on Him. Research Him. It's where you begin your true kingdom. It's where we start this, in the truth, coming out of all the mire and the outrageousness as family, because that's who we are. And I pray you all choose this path because it's awesome, and it now comes, but it comes once, for always. So does the separation. It's the final harvest before all is restored. But you have to have self-control and stop messing about with wisdom and true strength. I call you all to come, to be the bride, to be true kingdom, to empower your Christ center and know the full magnitude of true reality, both in the garden earth and in the real kingdom of the heavens. It's just above your head right now, but it's also within your heart. When you comprehend it, it'll be in your mind. Forever change. Because we are kingdom, and we've been distracted all our days to not know it. But we will now. I pray you choose well, because there's no more time. Unless you choose kingdom, then you've got for always to be assured in, to settle into the rhythm and the pace of for always, because our Father will teach us these things, so we're not wriggling around, causing problems in our thinking, because of what we've been born into, and thus far been bound. Learn what new wineskins and new wine means, the fullness of the true blood, and come out of it all. I pray with all that I am, you all hear the call, and realise what Rome's done, and to us all. There'll be no revenge, because we're family, but those in leadership, and the feral that won't sit down and have self-control like everyone else will be bound. As a minimum. So I pray, do the right thing. It's the beginning of an awesome day. Because you'll know within the core of your heart you're on the right course and heading. It doesn't involve cliff edges or treason or treachery. And you'll know for the first time that you've just made your right start with the right perception of the true earth that's there. The details will come, but there's too much information to bog you all down in it all. But rejoice within, and don't choose treachery, nor ego, or squaffing around, or feralness, because that won't be allowed, nor will it be found. I pray you all choose well, because it's time to choose. There's no more time, so don't waste any. Nor scoff and mock, because if you'd have that heart, I cry out with all of mine, cease to stop and realise the magnitude of forever. That's not a game, and it's on everybody's doorstep right now. Because kingdom come in the absolute right real, because it's within you right now, in your choice to founder no more nor to falter, nor to be feral, nor corrupt, nor distracted, nor fall any further. Because it's there, right now, in absolute reality, on your table, right in front of you, in your choice. I pray you do some research and you discern, and you take everything direct to our Father Yah at all times and never close your prayer. So you can discern and you can choose proper. As I said, the details will come, but there's too much information to get bogged down in it all. That's why I said I'm not going to wrestle with you all. Do your own research or fall. It's not difficult, and we ride up to the hour. I pray none of you choose to fall. Even more so those who are in the thickness of all the treachery and treason and darkness right now. The compromise, thinking there's no way back. But it's right there in front of you on your table. But it won't be. Then it'll be too late. Then you'll all be dealing with the absolute full magnitude of true reality. And I'm not joking. Separation's real, because so's the fall. Salvation's real, because of the fall. That's why it's there, and it's time to awaken now. Not be a sycophant or a fool, or indoctrinated anymore from the truth. Because we walk out of this together. It's an anointing. It's a promising to us all. And we walk out now in this season, right now. So be ready. This is about the fulfillment of a promise. And the last of the so-called Gentiles to come out of it and not be falling anywhere. Because we're family. And everything got trashed. And now it's about the blood. And nothing else. Because everything else will fail you. All your idols and your bits of wood and your bits of gold and your bits of plastic or whatever that you worship, it'll fail you all. I don't say that with dishonour or disrespect. I'm saying it because there's no time to mess about or wrestle with you all. Research what I say so that you can see and you can perceive the right way. Because we're family. And it's time to choose.